This is a resume review of a geologist, which I have actually recruited for a geologist, but that was like a decade ago, and it was like 1 or 2 positions. So they said they've applied to 40 jobs and have only gotten 1 interview. That's actually not a bad ratio. Truthfully, not a terrible ratio. I'm expecting this resume to be okay. I think we can probably get it a little bit better, although I'll be perfectly frank to everybody, I do not know what the market is for geologists, because again, it has been over a decade since I did that. So what we're going to be looking for is field surveys, data collections, that you have a degree, that you can do field work and data collections. I put that twice. That shows where my mind is. That you have done sedimentology, stratigraphy, structural geology, hydrogeology, and GIS-CAD applications. That you have used Microsoft Office suites. Yes, that is critically important. That was actually one of the most common ones. So Excel, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, that kind of stuff. That you've done geological analysis. My throat is going to be crying after this one. Environmental regulations such as these, NEPA, CERCLA, that you can obtain at OSHA cert or willing to obtain it. Although in this case, it's basically that you've used proper PPE, which is personal protective equipment, and the word geology and driver's license. That was an awful lot, but let's see if we can find it. All right, environmental professional with over 6 years in geological field work, hydrology, and scientific data analysis. Again, I don't like summaries unless you're switching careers, although admittedly, just skimming this, they have the right keywords here. They have GIS, they had hydrography, that kind of thing. I just don't know if this is really needed. This should really be in the bullet points. So, education, this should be 1. This should be 1. Actually, no. This is fine. And then this is fine. This just shouldn't be bolded. Okay. Then hydrologic technician. All right. Collecting and using gauging equipment such as, this is actually kind of fine. I know this is not what I said, but a lot of them would want the actual equipment. Process large data sets through, this is where you can put Excel in. Sure, as data analyze protocols, groundwater, monitor groundwater, blah, blah, blah. Monitoring sites with stakeholders. I don't know if you need to put stakeholders. I know I say stakeholders a lot. I don't know if that's necessary for this type of position. And real-time data sensors, conduct high-speed horizontal. Okay. Primarily here, what I am missing is so these are going to be specific based on the type of geologist you're going to be. And again, I do not know that industry, but I do know I am missing Microsoft Office suites. I need a little bit more of GIS and CAD here. Ideally, the GIS should be here. I do like that you did field work. Did you say field work? But again, it doesn't really count if it's here. It has to be in the bullet point. And then I want to make sure that you did environmental regulations. So again, not bad. Remember, 1 in 40 isn't bad. That's like a B. I mean, like, truthfully, in some places that would be a B plus, but I don't know the market for geologists, but I think that's solid. Rock solid. I'm sorry, everybody's gonna leave it that pun, but yeah, this is relatively okay. I'm missing a couple of things, which are primarily the Microsoft Office suites, the GIS, which I know is up here, but it needs to be down here, and then I think maybe that you followed correct protocol for like PPE and stuff. But other than that, I think it's okay. You just need to simplify it, do those things, make it a little bit better, and then I think you'll have... I think we could probably get this from 1 in 40 to maybe 1 in 20, 1 in 25. But just remember, the job market's bad right now, and even with a fantastic resume, it's never going to be a 1-to-1. It's just unfortunately not how it works. But overall, this is solid. So, good job. You rock. That'll be my last rock pun. I'm sorry. But yeah, if everybody likes these, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need more help, go to my Twitch channel, which is in the description below. I help people live every Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m. PST and Tuesday at 3 p.m. PST. Now, let's move to the next resume, which probably is not going to be a geologist. Is a resume review of a full stack software engineer. So this person did not tell me anything about the search. They just said they're doing 75-1, which is not great. So hopefully we can get this a little bit better. Now what we're going to be looking for is TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and if you have any extra languages, that is a bonus, and Git is a bonus. So immediately I hate this. This is so much. All right, so please stop bolding everything. Just stop with the bolding. Stop the bolding. Bolding not good for everything. Please. Not everything should be bolded. It should look like this. The only thing that should be bolded is your first and last name, your education certificate, not the whole section, just this, and your work history, and then if you have projects. And then the title of those should be italicized. Nothing else needs to be bolded in your resume. So the problem with this is it's a nightmare to look at. And the problem with being a nightmare to look at is it's hard to find what I need. And remember, recruiters, especially in a crowded market like IT, get about 10 to 15 seconds to look at your resume. And their eyes are bouncing around back and forth, it's going to be tough. This should be 2 lines. 2 lines max. I don't think this needs to be more. Just say Master of Science, Computer Science, GPA 3.9. Honestly, I don't even know if you need the bachelor's because you have the master's. Then full stack software engineering intern. This is fine. Worked in a serious product team across rapidly 2 weeks. Agile sprints using Jira. Okay, don't care. Tackle and resolve front end and back end tickets using JavaScript. That's actually solid. React, PHP, and SQL. React is good. JavaScript is. And SQL is. I don't know if I need PHP for that. And you have RESTful and SQL. The problem is, like, okay, you have SQL, that's good. I'm missing CSS and HTML. I'm missing Node and Angular. I'm missing... No, here they are. This is why it's hard to find, is I can't actually read this in a way I would normally read it. So a recruiter may actually miss the keywords you included. There may be more keywords I included. I am missing TypeScript. Can I actually put in TypeScript? Is it going to show? Nope, type dancer. There it is, TypeScript. Nope, doesn't count. Does not count, needs to be in bullet points. So it's here, supposedly, but I don't see it. Yeah, I can't even read this. This is a nightmare to read. Please, just, this is what your resume needs to look like, all right? This simple, this clean, this basic. Boring is best. We want boring. Boring is best, okay? I cannot actually tell what you do because my eyes keep bouncing around. Now, you do have some of it. I see JavaScript, I see RESTful, I see HTML and CSS and SQL. And there's Agile, but like this is a nightmare. Like if you literally just fixed up the formatting, you might have a 1 in 50 shot. Like that's primarily it. And I do want cloud higher up if possible. So I would actually switch this product or this project up to here and then put the AWS as the first line because that's actually the thing I am missing. Or maybe it's in here and I just can't see it. I literally cannot read this. This is a nightmare. So, and remember, this doesn't count. I need the bullets. I need to see the TypeScript in here. I need to see the React JavaScript to AWS in here. This doesn't matter. I need to see the what you did, how you did it, and why you did it. So, yeah, I can see why this passes. It's just you're going to break the person's brain reading this in 15 seconds, and they're going to miss the fact that you are qualified. So please do those fixes. Make it simpler. Make it easy to read. Legibility is one of the most important things. I will take a highly legible resume over a resume that looks pretty any day of the week as a recruiter. In fact, you have AI here too, and I just missed it. So yeah, I have to stop because this one is giving me a headache. So just fix the formatting and then put the AWS one up here, put the TypeScript in the bullet points, and then you're already heads and tails above everybody else. So let's do the next resume. This is a resume of a software engineer intern or machine learning engineer. So the problem with this is these are going to be very two different resumes. What I would want for a software engineer intern, which is not this, is going to be a primary tech stack that you can work well with others and that you can, take criticism. What I'd be looking for a machine learning engineer is all of this, which formatted very poorly, but I have it. So the problem with this is these are two different resumes. I need people to focus. If you say I can do X or Y, I cannot review that. That's not how that works. The only exception to that is if X or Y are the same job, right? Like for an example, a recruiter could be called a recruiter. So internal recruiter or talent acquisition specialist could be considered the same job. But a external recruiter and an internal recruiter are different jobs. They are very, very different jobs typically. So I'm not really sure how to review this because again, I can't really do both of those. So I guess we can try it as I'm assuming you're looking for internships. So we're going to look at it as a software engineer intern or alternatively a machine learning intern, which I didn't really search for. So a software engineer intern would be specifically this, which is a basic knowledge of the tech stack. So language, library, SQL, cloud, ability to work well with others, takes direction and criticism. So they've also got a ratio of 1 to 75, which is not good, but could be a lot worse. So don't care about any of this. Okay, so I can skip that safely. Machine learning developer. Okay, it sounds like you actually were doing machine learning. You know what? Let's try to do for machine learning. And here's my problem: is I'm not even sure which skill section to look at for this. So this would be skill machine learning. So we're looking for your degree: ML, LLM, NLP, AI, Python, CAD, CFD, FEA, SQL, Cloud, Git, CLCD, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Scikit-learn, Pandas, NumPy, Keras, customer-facing stakeholder clients, model performance. Now, you probably won't have all of this, right? So in theory, for an internship, we're going to be looking for any of these, a little bit of these, and a little bit of those, and that you can work well with others. So collaborated on, augment, hybrid with BM Colbert, PostSQL, Adusi SQL, K, with ETL, APIs with Django, REST, framework. Again, those would be more for Python. Not that you can't use it for that, but I just haven't seen a lot of things for that. Scikit-learn. I will never pronounce that right. Scikit-learn. Ugh. Scikit-learn. Okay, so here's the problem. As a machine learning engineer, I don't know if this machine learning intern is specifically, out of this entire darn thing, I saw SQL, I saw TensorFlow and Keras, and I saw Scikit-learn and SQL. It's like 4 to 5 things, technically, how you count it. I did not see the other stuff. So this would not work. So we need to focus. What you need to do is have a machine learning intern resume and a software engineer intern resume, because both of these would fail for both of those. Now, what you do want for the intern resume is how you worked as a team. Remember, this, I don't care. I do not care if you're passionate about driving data solutions or whatever. This doesn't matter because it's not in the bullet points. In fact, this is actually bad because you've listed almost every language and people are going to think that's not true. Now, the reason is that that's because you've learned every language to a small degree in school, which is acceptable, but people may not see it that way. So I need to know how you worked well with others if you're going for internships, and I need to know how you can get criticism, and then I need to know if this is a software engineer or if this is, like the keywords here, a machine learning. So does this pass? Probably not, but you do at least have a lot of the keywords. Oh, here it is. Maybe this could kind of be it. Here it is, the mentor. This is actually really good. Guiding the interactive journey, interactive. So yeah, I just need more. I don't know if this would really pass. Again, this is not a United States resume, and things may be different outside the United States. I'm not really qualified to determine if someone is qualified outside the United States without directly speaking to the hiring manager of the position. So maybe there's some differences, and that's why you've had some success. But overall, this resume would not really work as an internship here. I think it could get maybe a little, but like 1 to 75, you want a little bit better than that. So I don't want to be mean. I just want to make sure you get it accurate. So that's all I can really do for this one, and let's move on to the next. This is a resume of a project manager. So what they said is they're transitioning from working as an art teacher to working in some form of project coordination management. They think they have the skills and temperament to make a manager, but they're not sure how to word their resume. So let's find out what we're going to be looking for a project manager. And yes, a project manager, a program manager, and a product manager are all different, and it drives me insane. But this is a project manager. So we want PMP or CSM cert. We want customer, stakeholders, agile, industry. We want to know the number of team members that you've done. If it's matrixed or cross-functional, there is a slight difference, but some people use them interchangeably. The number of projects and the budget of those projects, how you've multitasked, how you used resources for success, and how you solved problems or influenced people. So normally I say you don't need a summary. In this case, you always need a summary if you're switching careers. Collaborative and detail-oriented project manager, managing creative projects, fast environments, servant leadership, stakeholder engagement, self-led 40, and in a project 5 years, managing up to, okay. So that's solid, but again, I really just want to say moving from teaching to project management. That's all I need to say. Now, led the rollout of an organization-wide systems process, issuing smooth adoption through clear communication, structure, implementation plans, resulting in 90% compliance across teams. But what were they? What was the budget? What was your time frame? Acted as a center point for over 200 stakeholders annually. Who were the stakeholders? Communicating project status, workshop. I mean, that's fine. But again, who were the stakeholders? So here's going to be the problem. And it's not said that your bullet points are necessarily bad. It's you're going to need to be way more descriptive. Because the second you say contacted over 200 stakeholders annually and you show middle school teacher, they're going to think you're lying. And you may not be, but you're starting off switching industries. You're on the defensive here. I need, like, project failure. What is the project? Because you know what they're going to think. They're saying, oh, the 200 stakeholders were the kids for their classroom abilities. Now, I have actually done substitute teaching, definitely not as difficult as real teaching. And I do know that administration in there is very intense, but you're going to have to describe that. Establish quality management process for organizing weekly collaborative deliverable reviews. What reviews? You are a school teacher. I'm not trying to be insulting here because teachers have a tough job. I understand that, but you are going to have to describe to me how you went from a assistant designer to a middle school teacher with managing 200 clients. What were your projects? I need to know. The most important thing about a bullet point is the what and the how, but you really need the why. I need to know what and why these projects were. What team-wide cohesion? Now, realistically, having loosely been a part of the school as a substitute, again, very loosely, not the same, but I do know that there's a lot of projects and things that go on constantly, and teachers are asked to do a lot of stuff. Now, that could be faculty-wide, but the people may not know that. So, I mean, truthfully, you've got mostly the bullet points are almost okay, but I need to know how you did that. I need to know details about what this project is, or everybody is going to think you're lying out your face. And you may not be, but what in particular, what project scope, what metric involved 95% stakeholder satisfaction? Who were those stakeholders? Were they the children? Were they the parents? How detailed was this project? Because even if you weren't on the back foot with this, you still need to do how many people were involved. What was the budget for it? What was the point of it? Reduce project failure by 25. Again, what was it? I don't know. They're going to think you're lying. And you may not be. I don't know. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to try to help you figure this out, because I truthfully do not know what this was. And I've been recruiting for a while. And this is fine. I don't think this is related. You can leave this out. Project management professional. Okay, you're going to need more. What is this? Like, look, if you're giving me a cert, what is the cert? Where did you earn it from? And also, this should be at the top. because PMP is a very particular cert. So maybe you did get the PMP cert, right? I'm just double checking and looking it up. But you need to describe when you got it from, how you got it from, and who you got it from. You need way more details. Because I don't know enough about this. There's no way I could present this to a hiring manager without them calling me into a meeting. You need to convince me that these projects were worthy of a project manager. Now, I don't know if they were or not. And again, this is not really a formatting issue. It's just, you can't do that because they're going to just think you're lying. And I don't want to be mean. I want to make sure you can do it, because I know teaching is a very rough job and you've probably done a lot of stuff on it, but you have to convince them. So you really, really need to be detailed. Who were the stakeholders? What was the project? Because this is so vague that everybody will not take it seriously. And that's really all I can say on this, because, you know, the keywords and everything don't matter. Is you have to convince them what you did and how that was equivalent to a project manager. Now, maybe a manager, okay, not project manager, but that would make sense, because yes, managing middle schoolers to adults is a little bit different, but sometimes it's not. But a project manager is a very specific thing. So you need to details how you did this, what you did this, why you did it, and the details in it. I need to make sure you're not lying. And project management professional, I need that certificate. I need it to be found. I need them to be able to look it up or know exactly where you got it. And again, I'm not trying to be rude or mean. I want to make sure you can get the job. And again, you also are going to need how you've switched and from here too. So very quick saying, like switching to project management from teaching because XY. So that's all I can really do for this. I really do want to help you because it's so rough being a teacher. But I just want to make sure you stand the best chance. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a software engineer intern. They have stated they want to know how to improve their resume so they can get past the ATS and get interviews. I will tell you how to get past the ATS. That's not a thing. If anybody tells you how to get past the ATS, they are lying to you or do not know what they're talking about. That is not how ATSs work. ATSs sort people on a first come, first serve basis. That is basically it. While there are some exceptions that use AI screening and all that stuff, there's not a lot of them. You really, unless you're applying to an AI company, it's very, very rare in the market to actually get an AI screening ATS. So you don't have to worry about AI screening. The faster you click apply, the faster you submit your resume, the better your chances. That is the real reason to get past the ATS. But ATSs do not work like that. So just, as long as the faster you apply, the better. So let's see what they're looking for. We are just looking for a basic knowledge of the tech stack. So the language, library, SQL, cloud, maybe AI, the ability to work well with others and take direction and criticism. They have 75 to 1. That's not great, but again, could be a lot worse. So the first thing I see is this is really tough to read. Oh my gosh, please use this formatting. I don't care about that. Okay, there's so much bolding. Oh my god, okay. I have to take a second. This is a lot to take in. So, the only thing that should be bold in your resume is just like this. Education and certificate, work history or projects, first, last name. That's it. There shouldn't be more than 3 to 4 things bolded in your entire resume. This should only be one line. Just keep it this. One line, not bolded. This can be deleted. This relevant coursework can be deleted. Now, we can get the actual work experience, or alternatively internships. That's fine. That counts. Tech unicorn. Well, all right. Spearheaded the migration, highly insightful to Vue, Sanic, collaborating with 3 quadrants. I don't care. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just that's not what I'd be looking for in an intern. Hands off the customer, zogging and revamping process. Okay. Again, no. Depression, smartphones. Database with Flutter, Android functions. This is so hard to read. Oh man, I'm sorry. This one's a nightmare to read for me. Computer from scratch. Okay, so here's what I want. I want to know the tech stack this is in. That's it. I want to know the tech stack. Was it Python? Was it Java? Was it C? Was it C++? Was it full stack? Or was it front end? Then put that there. I then want to know how you worked well with others. Then I want to know, SQL, maybe AI, maybe cloud if you have it here. And then I want you to repeat that for the rest of this, because this is a nightmare to read. So once you fix it, this is just so short because there's so many things I can say. Like, you're an intern, right? You're an intern. If you're hiring for an intern, you don't care that they can fix everything at your company. That's not the goal of an intern. If you're trying to hire an intern to fix everything at your company, something is wrong with your hiring process. The point of an intern is to learn, maybe do some work, get criticism, get feedback. Now, you have previously been vetted by previous internships and research assistants, so that's good. That's probably why you're getting some. But all of this stuff needs to be in the bullet points or it doesn't count. Could I move this forward? I don't know. I mean, it's very competitive, so I don't know. The manager might want to see something like this. It's going to be manager specific, but realistically, this is a nightmare to read. You don't need to get past the ATS. You need to get past the recruiter. And this is so hard for somebody that is reading resumes. Remember, we have 15 seconds to see it. All I'm going to be looking at in 15 seconds is, where's the JavaScript, where's the HTML, where's the CSS for front end, where's the TypeScript, where's the SQL, where's the Java, where's the Docker, that kind of thing, where's the cloud, where's the whatever library. And then I want to know that you can work well with others. Admittedly, because you have so many other previous internships, you kind of can coast a little bit on the work well with others, but I still like one. I mean, this one is kind of okay, but yeah. So overall, I really, I wish I had more to say on this, but I just don't. There's like nothing here. There's only this entire thing needs to be deleted, and this stuff just needs to be down here. So I can't say much more than that, unfortunately. I just wish I could, but this is not going to get past a recruiter. Now, it may get past one or two recruiters because you have this here, but you'd get past more of them if you deleted this and put it here. That's how you do it. So anyway, that's all I can say for this, and that is it for this video. If you all like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, or hop on my Twitch. I'm here Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. PST, and Tuesdays at 3 p.m. PST to help you out with some questions that cannot be just answered via YouTube. So any question you may have, what is an ATS, I don't know what else, I'm tired. But you get the point. Any questions, I'm here to help you out. So I will see you on the next video.